Speed Nova. Love her, hate her, who particularly cares? She is very useful for defense missions, for getting the enemies to you quicker. Much quicker. Especially if they are the infested. Oh, it is ridiculously useful. Speed Nova, of course, meaning minus strength, so it's normally 100. You want to take it away using things like Overextend, which takes away from ability strength. That's usually about it. Sprint speed, casting speed, yeah, that's about right. Rush is on here. Continuity, because for Molecular Prime, the duration determines how far it goes. I use her for everything. She is set up with the most sprint speed I can get out of her, and I use her all the time. I do no longer use Slow Nova. But there is the whole thing of power donation. This takes 30% of your ability strength away, giving it to your squad mates. Of course, if you end up with 2 or 3 Speed Novas, this kind of conflicts with others, and you can end up with a positive Speed Nova, which happened to me the other day, which is why I'm doing this, but I'm kind of annoyed at myself because the footage from that is gone, because there were 3 other Speed Novas, and we weren't doing a Speed Nova mission, it just happened, and 2 of those had this on, which gave me back the 30%, and added another 30% on top. It did not do what I expected it to do. It ended up, I was basically 70% power strength instead of 40. Now you can actually see this, which I thought was great. It was still in the minuses, was still technically a Speed Nova, but I was slower than the other ones. And mine made them slower as well. Because to get this, you have to go to the Arbiters of Hexus. I kept getting wrong for calling it Nexus, but that's because I think that was a game. There was a reason I used to do it. You come see the Arbitrations one, and yes, this aura is hidden behind Arbitration. Just waiting for them to go away. It's right there. It costs 20 Vitus Essence, and as you can imagine, I pretty much poured all of mine into this. I wanted that, but instead I ended... Why does that say I have 3 of these? I'll have to check on that. I actually wanted that as well, but that is stupidly expensive, so I ended up getting this because I wanted it more. I've said this since it was added, and I've actually had it a while now, and well, if you have a Speed Nova, put this on. It will make her so much better. Remembering she, as a Speed Nova, has minus 40. Well, she has 40% instead of 100% because of the minus 60. So if you do the math, minus 30 equals 10%. So, as soon as if you have 2 Speed Novas using this aura, you will lose 30% and gain the 30% back. They kind of cancel each other out. It's when you have 2 other Speed Novas using the same, yeah, it will add it back and then add it back again. But I knew I'd seen this somewhere where the aura is actually taking effect, and with this aura equipped, you can actually run 10% power strength. Don't get me wrong here, this was kind of a weird video if you want to call it that, but that's just simply because, well, she's not really set up for anything other than ability being just demolished. And sprint speed. She was set up originally for sprint speed, I then took the power off, and I use her this way all the time, so getting this aura was a no-brainer. Being able to actually come in, I don't know why I keep doing this, go to our abilities, still says minus 60, but if you go to Arsenal you can actually see it taking effect, and it says power strength 10%. Not 100, 10, using just 2 mods. So this really does help if you are using Speed Nova, but you have to be really careful that other teammates aren't using power donation, because that will also increase your power ability strength. And yes, I nearly went power strength, but which means if it increases your ability strength by 30%, again, this all came because I was using it and two other people were using it. Yeah, the power strength, it basically nullifies yours. And because somebody else has it and auras tend to stack, yeah, it means that all speed novas will not be running 40%. They will not be running 10%. They will be running 70%. If you have an entire team of Speed Novas and they all have this aura in there, say goodbye to Speed Nova, because that aura strength will be back to 100%. So you just really need to make sure that all Speed Novas do not run that aura, and you can end up with Speed Nova that works really well. Also, don't forget, Molecular Prime's distance is set by duration. There's two enemies. These guys are not really that quick, and look at them go. They are outrunning the camera. There is a third one, but I could not tell you where that guy ended up. I think he fell through the floor. Unless something is lying on the floor up here, because the spawn just here. Nothing. I'm guessing number 3 kind of fell through the floor. But anyway, just kind of wanted to do this simply because I ran into a squad of Speed Novas, and I know for a fact that I was slower than I normally am, because you could see it. I did have footage for this, but oh, I am so mad at myself over that. Anyway, we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll sprint off and catch you next time.